Tonight on NewsCenter, students got the chance to meet with prospective employers and graduate schools. Morehead State Public Radio fundraising is back, and we have how you can help. And Campus Activities Board helps students celebrate Mardi Gras. All of this tonight and more on NewsCenter.
Good evening and welcome to NewsCenter. I'm Abby Stitt.
And I'm Jaden Morgan.
We want to remind our viewers that they can watch us live at 5 on twitch.tv/MSUTV77 and on-campus cable on Channel 85. Here's what's making headlines for March 23, 2022. We begin tonight with the latest news regarding Morehead State University's mask policy. After discussion with faculty, staff, and students, MSU has decided to begin a phased plan for the removal of masks as of today. Masks will be required in main campus classrooms and laboratories while in session and in the health clinic and food preparation areas.
Masks are optional in all other indoor facilities other than classrooms and labs. This decision was made in response to Governor Beshear's decision to roll back the mandate in state buildings. Other state universities are also continuing with current COVID-19 mask policies. The administration would like to ask students to be respectful of each other's decisions.
The Student Government Association is accepting applications for the 2022 and 2023 school year. These paid leadership roles represent the interests of students. Anybody interested in running for a position must have a 3.0 GPA or higher and be in good standing with the university. Interested candidates may attend a meeting on March 9th and the public forum on March 23rd. Applications are open until March 9th. Elections will be held later in the semester.
Now time to take a look at our viewer-submitted photos of the week. Howie, what do you have in store for us?
Well, you know, Jaden, how the phrase goes, spring showers bring May flowers. So, this week we have some more examples of the weather that seems to be typical this time of year, as I'm saying with the phrase. As the weather begins to warm up, showers bring in a lot of rain. Taking a look at these three photos here near the border of Round and Fleming County. In the first one, we see marshy field fresh after a rain showers that hit last week. It's typical for this time of year. The second one is much the same. But see, there's a lot more water contained in one area. You have to be careful about this. While the water might not look too deep, it doesn't take a lot to be dangerous. This last photo is a great example of the water is nearly up to the road. So as we head into the spring weather and spring showers, keep an eye out for flash flooding. Always be cautious driving in water and turn around instead of risking it. Only it takes a little bit of a current for cars to be swept away.
Thanks, Howie. That's some great advice. We'll hear more from you here in just a bit.
Career Services hosted the Career and Internship Fair yesterday. NewsCenter heard from the director about what it had to offer students.
We've got our Career and Internship Fair going on today. We've got 85 organizations. It's both employers, graduate schools, nonprofits, and it's really a chance for our students to make those connections, to pass out their resume, to have a conversation with their career recruiter, and really put their best foot forward. So we've really got a good mix of organizations. We've got graduate programs, we've got vet agencies, we've got engineering firms, we've got a lot of general business, we've got hospitals, so really there's something for everyone. Over half of the organizations typically are looking for students of all majors, just because it's those communication skills, it's those teamwork skills, critical thinking skills that they're looking for that you get from any major at this university. The Career and Internship Fair is a chance for students not only to find about full-time jobs, but also to find out about part-time positions, to land internships, to start building that network that's going to set them up for success when they graduate. So really trying to get the message out that the event isn't just for seniors, right? Freshmen, sophomores, juniors come. If someone is trying to kind of explore different options, this is a chance to come talk to recruiters, to ask questions like, thinking about majoring in this, do you hire more of this major or that major? So as soon, the earlier our students can start making those connections, the better. Just a few tips if you're going to come to the Career and Internship Fair. We always recommend dress professionally, bring copies of your resume, and then just be prepared to introduce yourself.
The Student Government Association is currently discussing concerns surrounding the conditions at Nunn Hall and Normal Halls with university administrators. Morehead State University SGA President Emily Wiley says Nunn Hall is receiving cosmetic and HVAC renovations, and Normal Hall will receive renovations this summer. She suggests students report concerns with their current dorm to their respective resident advisor. Then, the MSU Office of Student Housing and SGA if further actions are needed.
Still ahead, local support to continue a local tradition. One Morehead staple is asking for support with the help of listeners like you. Plus, good fortunes to be found and student celebration throughout. We see how one campus organization brought the Fat Tuesday custom to life.
Here at Morehead State University and looking outside, you can see that it's bright and sunny. We'll have more on your weather forecast coming up.
Did you know Morehead State University has a satellite campus in Ashland? The campus offers you the opportunity to complete bachelor's and master's degrees from the ACTC campus. With small class numbers, the two most popular programs offered here are the social work and education programs. For more information, contact the transfer coordinator, Jen Timmerman, or the director of the Ashland campus, Dr. Nancy Preston.
Well, I had a lifelong dream and a goal to move to Las Vegas. So when I moved out, each hotel had their own house band. And I started a 3-month union residency to become a member of the community. And then about 2 weeks after that, I got a call out of the blue asking me if I wanted to go on the road with Buddy Rich. And I knew that at some point in time I would always want to come back and teach college somewhere. I just never thought in a million years that I would wind up where I began.
Alpha Sigma Phi held a clothing drive this week for the Gateway Homeless Coalition. It began on Monday, February 28th and will accept donations until Sunday, March 6th. They had a table set up in the ADUC lawn where they accepted donations of any clothing that was clean and without holes. So far, $180 and 4 large bags of clothes have been collected. Anybody wishing to donate before Sunday evening can contact Alex Ratliff at 606-571-4517.
Morehead State Public Radio's annual spring fundraiser is right around the corner. I sat down with General Manager Paul Hitchcock to get more information.
WMKY has been broadcasting to the region since 1965 and gets out educational, entertaining, and informative programming to the tri-state area of Kentucky, Ohio, and West Virginia.
March 7th through 10th is our annual spring fundraiser for Morehead State Public Radio and WMKY 90.3 FM. We haven't done an on-air live fundraiser in 2 years, which means we go on the air and we do live pitching or live asking our listeners to call in. We've done other things, membership drives, kind of soft sell, but this is our chance to reach out to our listeners and for the listeners to call in and let us know their comments on our programming, but also help us financially with their support. The money we raise during our fundraisers goes to several things. First and foremost, our student work-study program. We have about 20 students who work here through Morehead State University in the work-study program. Also through our daily operations, things like copier expenses and supplies that we need for the office. But also new equipment. Things break down. And so we need to be able to purchase those things as we need it.
Listeners can donate by calling 606-783-2001.
We want them to feel a part of our programming, a part of the process, and that is why we have those live fundraisers. So we're really excited and looking forward to hearing from our listeners during March 7th through the 10th.
For NewsCenter, I'm Abby Stitt.
The Morehead Antiques and Art Market will be held Friday, March 4th and Sunday, March 5th at the Morehead Conference Center. Sales will begin Friday and run from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday will be open all day from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. A multitude of antiques, art pieces, and collectibles will be available. On-site appraisers will be there to get their estimated value on the items. For a sneak peek at what will be available, stop by Friday at 4:30 p.m. There is a $3 admission charge each day.
Morehead State's buffet-style dining commons, The Rock, is keeping things fresh with a new daily rotation. We go to Lacey Wallace for the story.
Dining at MSU has gone through a lot of changes over the past several years. Seniors may remember grabbing lunch at 3rd Street Eats, and juniors may have enjoyed weekly late-night dinners at The Rock. Freshmen and sophomores, however, had their options limited by the coronavirus pandemic, which affected staffing, seating capacity, and food availability. I'm standing outside Alumni Tower, which currently houses Pod, the convenience store option on campus. A decade ago, though, the lower floor housed Beakers, the dining hall where current executive chef Brittany Ratcliffe had her start.
I've actually been at MSU for going on 11 years now. I started off as a cook down in Alumni Tower when it was still Beakers. And I've worked my way up since then. I've been cook supervisor, I've been the catering chef, the sous chef, and now I'm the executive chef.
Ratcliffe says she had to make a lot of difficult decisions during the pandemic, balancing student preferences with the reality of reduced options and reduced staff. One of the ways she chose to do this was by implementing a rotating international menu, in which a different cuisine was featured for a month at a time.
So coming into my first semester as the executive chef, it was kind of geared towards everything I've heard over the last 9 years. We want more diversity, we want to see more international cuisine on the menu. And then it just kind of worked out to where after COVID, our staffing just dropped. So the monthly rotation was to help my staff because we were so short-staffed last semester. And the introduction of the international was to kind of appease that cry that I've been hearing for the last few years.
Many students, however, felt the month-long rotation was monotonous, which prompted Ratcliffe to make some changes.
Last semester worked to an extent. Clearly it was too long of a rotation, so we kind of backed off of that a little bit. I brought back some American cuisine, but still featuring our international flavors over on the Mongolian station, and that station changes weekly instead of like daily like our comfort station does now. So really it's a growing process.
Ratcliffe says there's a lot to look forward to in March, including a celebration of Ravioli Day on the Sunday after spring break, followed by a seafood boil the next day. Having just received her Pro Chef Level 2 certification, Ratcliffe is eager to bring her expertise to campus. Still, she says her highest priority is meeting the needs of students.
There's a lot of training that goes into this, but it's kind of a trial and error basis right now. And of course, all of that feedback I get from the students, I take it to heart, and we try to implement the changes that the students would like to see in the dining halls.
Thanks, Lacey. Daily menus for all MSU dining locations can be found at moorhead.campusdish.com.
Still ahead, students are taking storytelling into their own hands. 2 students in particular are using the college setting as their basis of inspiration.
Thunderstorms may be happening this weekend. We'll have a look at your weather forecast right after the break.
Here at Moorhead State University, the nursing program is ranked 4th in the state and is named one of the best in the nation. Students have access to the latest in medical technology to provide hands-on practices. The Department of Nursing is creating nurses that want to change the world by saving others.
How's it going, Eagles? I hope everybody is enjoying this sunny day here at Moorhead State University. Current conditions right now, partly sunny with a high near 48. Compared to last week's newscast, the weather is a lot better compared to last week. Humidity right now is 79% and winds 8 miles per hour. So your daily commute to classes, a nice breeze to cool you all down as you continue to walk. Looking at the state as a whole, in Paducah it's 62 degrees, Bowling Green's 64, Louisville 49, 50 in Frankfort, and in Lexington it's 46, London 63, Moorhead, where Moorhead State University is, 48 degrees, and in Ashland, 46. Now looking at tonight's forecast, partly cloudy skies with a low around 27. If you're going out tonight, make sure to carry a jacket and turn that heater up when you go out in your car. chances of rain tonight are about 10%, so you may not have to carry the umbrella with you or a rain jacket. Sunset tonight at 6:29 p.m. If you're out, make sure you see it because Kentucky sunsets are beautiful pieces of artwork to capture. Tomorrow, sunny with a high near 56. A beautiful, almost spring day here at Morehead State University. Sunrise at 7 a.m. And if you're going in the mornings, you may want to take a jacket, but the afternoon, go outside, study a little bit, enjoy this nice weather. Looking at the 7-day forecast, as we can see for Thursday, it's 53 degrees, partly sunny skies with 27 as a low. For your Friday, 56, mostly sunny. Like I said before, go outside, don't stay inside. 40 as a low. And for your Saturday, 76 degrees. We haven't seen temperatures like this all year. Mostly sunny skies, 61. Maybe you should go and hit Eagle Lake with these temperatures. And here's where I was talking about earlier. Thunderstorms are chances on Sunday with a high of 70. If you're coming in back to campus, be careful. The roads may be slippery with a low of 57. And for your Monday, 68 degrees and rainy with a low of 36. Tuesday, 45, mostly cloudy with a low of 30. And look at that Wednesday, y'all. 55 as a high. Better weather compared to these last 3 days. Mostly sunny with a high near 42. When we come back, we'll have a look at the latest news in sports, and we'll hear about a star baseball player and his experiences at MSU.
Career Services offers many different services to both students and employers. We're here to connect students with employers and graduate programs. We help students along in the process of polishing their resumes and getting ready for interviews.
Hello everyone, my name is Bo Smith and I'm here with your NewsCenter sports updates for this week. First up, we have MSU basketball, where following their commanding win against Eastern Illinois last Thursday, MSU basketball traveled to Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville, for their last game of the regular season, losing 77-70. The entire game was a tough battle for both sides, going back and forth all the way till the last couple of minutes. Both teams had something to prove though, since this is the last game before the OVC tournament. The Eagles beat the Cougars when it came to boards, grabbing 41 to their 34. And despite this, the Cougars were able to fight off the Eagles for the W. Even to the loss, though, Janai Broom recorded his 22nd double-double of the season, which is just 6 off from Kenneth Farid's MSU single-season record of 28. After the last game of the season, MSU basketball's record finalizes at 21-10 overall, securing the 3rd seed in the OVC tournament. The Eagles go into the tournament hungry to win their 2nd straight OVC championship. They kick off their tournament tonight against Tennessee Tech. Next up, as for baseball this week, on Friday the Eagles began their weekend series against Canisius, losing 11-4. The game was a struggle for MSU, going down as much as 6-0 heading into the 8th inning. The Eagles were able to secure the runs towards the end of the game, but the Golden Griffins closed out strong. Just like last time, Saturday was a doubleheader for the series, and in the first game, MSU shook off their rough start to pick up a close 4-3 win. Lots of good performances on the field allowed the Eagles to claw back towards the lead in the 8th inning, where they pulled away from Canisius. Game 2 showed the Eagles securing another 5-2 win over the Golden Griffins. And then Sunday was the conclusion of the weekend series, where MSU fell 6-2 against Canisius, splitting the series record to 2 games apiece. The Eagles struggled at the plate, striking out 12 times. This gave Canisius the momentum they needed to make a late run in the 8th and 9th innings to put the series to rest. Finally, MSU traveled to Louisville to take on the Cardinals, to which they lost 5-2. After a rough 4-0 start, the Eagles built momentum to make a solid comeback, even gaining a lead late in the game, but were halted by the powerful Cardinals. Following our recap, MSU baseball stands at 3-6, and I actually got the opportunity to speak to one of the baseball team's shining stars of the early season. This here is Jackson Feltner as a senior at Lawrence County. Now a sophomore here at MSU, Feltner hit the ground running and proved himself to be an immediate asset to the Eagles baseball team. Feltner has recently been named the Ohio Valley Conference Player of the Week after a strong showing in the season opener series against Kennesaw State on February 18th.
It feels good. Had a pretty good weekend. Feels good to be recognized with something like that this early. But, didn't play very well down in Kennesaw, the team didn't, so that's what we mainly focused on.
Feltner enrolled in the MSU in 2020 and wasted no time making his mark on the baseball program. The infielder went off on his first season to receive the OVC Freshman of the Year award and was named Freshman All-American.
Yeah, I think so. I put in a lot of work over the offseason, just trusting all that stuff and what I can do. I'm not trying to do too much, just stay within myself. Just try and do what I can to help out the team.
He also went on to become the 5th freshman in program history to record double digits in home runs in a season. Through a strong start of the season, Feltner seems to be picking up right where he left off.
Not really focused too much on that, mainly focused on winning an OVC championship, and if something like that happens again, then it does, and I hope it does, obviously, but mainly focused on the team.
Feltner and the Eagles take on Eastern Michigan this weekend. For NewsCenter, I'm Bo Smith. Hey, that's all I have for you this week. We'll be right back with your news right after this.
Well, I had a lifelong dream and a goal to move to Las Vegas. So when I moved out, each hotel had their own house band. And I started a 3-month union residency to become a member of the community. And then about 2 weeks after that, I got a call out of the blue asking me if I wanted to go on the road with Buddy Rich. And I knew that at some point in time I would always want to come back and teach college somewhere. I just never thought in a million years that I would wind up where I began.
I am confident. I am strong. I'm intelligent. I am beautiful. I am womanly. We are Panalytic. We are Panalytic. We are Panalytic. We are Panalytic. We are Panalytic.
Did you know Morehead State University has a satellite campus in Ashland? The campus offers you the opportunity to complete bachelor's and master's degrees from the ACTC campus. With small class numbers, the two most popular programs offered here are the social work and education programs. For more information, contact the transfer coordinator, Jen Timmerman, or the director of the Ashland campus, Dr. Nancy Preston.
No matter where they go.
No matter how high they soar.
They never forget where they learned to fly.
Once an eagle, always an eagle.
Once an eagle, always an eagle.
Once an eagle, always an eagle.
Campus Activities Board hosted a Mardi Gras event on the 1st of March. NewsCenter was there to report.
Morehead State University students enjoyed Mardi Gras festivities at the Prefontaine Pub in an event hosted by Entertainment Coordinator of Campus Activities Board, Sarah Combs.
So we're celebrating Mardi Gras tonight, and we have mask decorating up here where people can come get masks and beads, and then there's stuff to decorate the mask with. And then there's also little information pamphlets on traditions of New Orleans, like the king cake and some traditional foods.
Students enjoyed traditional Mardi Gras food such as sausage and rice and king cake, with the king cake having a special surprise baked inside.
In the king cake, there is a baby baked inside each one, and a person who finds the baby in their cake is supposed to have good luck for the year.
Combs says that cultural events such as Mardi Gras are an important way to bring students together and to educate those about other cultures.
Yeah, I think that college is a great way to be exposed to different cultures and activities and practices among different people and things as such.
Reporting for NewsCenter, I'm Jonathan Burton.
For more information on campus events, visit moreheadstate.campuslabs.com/engage or follow cab_MSU on Instagram.
2 Morehead State students are producing short films this semester.
The walls of Breckenridge Hall are lined with reminders of creative projects students have produced in their time at MSU. 2 current students, senior Willard Ferguson and freshman McKenna Johnson, are making their own marks here as filmmakers.
I love being able to express stories, really. Express my own personal experiences, and getting to tell that in a visually appealing way.
Johnson came to MSU for the creative writing program, later expanding her focus to include convergent media. She produced her first short film, sci-fi drama The Rot, shortly before her first semester. Now, half a year later, she has just completed shooting her second film, Bummerland.
So Bummerland is actually basically about a student returning home and feeling kind of unaccomplished from what their life back at college was. So it's really just, it's colorful, it's wacky, but it covers a subject that all college students are all too familiar with.
Johnson is currently in the process of seeking out a composer for her nearly completed film. Meanwhile, Ferguson is right in the midst of shooting his short horror film, Snapshot.
Snapshot is this idea that I came up with in the spring of 2021 after taking several film theory classes here at Morehead State. I really loved some of these ideas, and we, of course, in class you learn about the theorists, you learn about the theories, but then you apply it to films that already exist, and I wanted to apply it to a film of my own.
Ferguson took his concept to Professor Stephen Middleton, wanting to produce it as an independent study project.
And he said, Willard, I love it, but I make documentaries. And I said, I really think if you give me the chance, I think I could produce something that you will love.
Snapshot draws its flavor from the inspiration of popular slasher films like Scream, but its character, Ferguson says, is ultimately one of introspection and critical thought.
The themes and messages and the theories behind Snapshot deal with scopophilia, which is this idea of the love of viewing, the love of looking. Horror is intrinsically a very sadomasochistic genre, where you're watching it and you're seeing it from the perspective of the killers, you're seeing it from the perspective of the victims, and you're enjoying it no matter what, because movies are meant to be enjoyed. If you're not enjoying it, you turn it off. But people keep coming back to these films. What does that say about the audience?
Both creators offer similar advice to future student filmmakers.
Anybody can really do it if they set their mind to it and actually go in with a plan, be ambitious.
And you just have to do it. Sometimes just like knowing that it's your grade isn't enough. You have to be motivated to be able to do what you want to do and do it well.
For NewsCenter, I'm Lacey Wallace.
Johnson's upcoming film Bummerland will premiere on her YouTube channel, which can be found under the name McKenna J. Ferguson's film Snapshot. Is anticipated to premiere at the theater in Ada later in the semester.
Next week on NewsCenter, we'll be covering the Little Theater's traveling program of Rapunzel. We'll also be covering the Soup Bank donations. That's all we have from us here at NewsCenter. Good night, and thanks for watching.